Jim Jones and Tony Yayo went at it. Well, yeah, there was some back and forth. What's your take on that whole thing?
I don't know. I don't have no real take on it, right? Two grown men. I don't, because I don't know what Tony Yayo ever said.
I think that it turned into basically saying that 50 took care of his people more so than the bosses of some of these other crews.
Let me tell you something, and I mean this, and I really want you to put this, man. It's a lot of back and forth going on in our city right now, right? It's a lot of this one saying this one is saying that, and I know I've been in the middle of a lot of it myself, right?
True.
But I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I come up on wartime, bro. Like, I can't wait for the day that all of us niggas could be in one room. And everybody is past whatever little issues we got. I'm talking about everybody. Like, I can't wait for New York City one day that we all able to be like, you know what? You doing that over there? I'm gonna come fuck with that. Look, and we linking, and we sharing and pooling ideas and plays. I can't wait for the day that happens.
I mean, isn't that already happening?
On a small level, I mean, us four coming together, we show niggas how that can happen. But I'm talking on a larger scale. I'm saying, like, you know, like what you saying, like we Yayo and Jim and, you know, and 50 and all that. This ain't no real beef. This ain't no real problems. It's just a competitive nature of some sort. You know, everybody know the history of me and Murder. Me and Murder started together. It could never be me versus him or him versus me. You understand? That's my brother at the end of the day, right? So I can't wait till we get back or we can get to a place that we ain't ever even been to where it's everybody. And I know niggas like, Maino, but you the main one. Like, no. I want to get to a space, my nigga, where it's money and peace. You see what I'm saying? After you done been through so much turmoil in your life, after you done been through so much war in your life, after you done been through so many different things and you got the scars to show it, my nigga, we want to live, we want to enjoy this shit, man. You understand? Because we all past the age of, you know, throwing rocks at the penitentiary. Let's keep it real.
I mean, look, I feel like I'm part of a group of media people that already do that, right? Me, academics, Adam 22, Whack 100.
But how you do that with him? He lied too much, though. He's a fucking liar.
Hold on.
Yeah, no.
Sean Cotton, me and Charlamagne are cool. Me and Envy are cool. Me and Big Boy are cool. Me and Bootleg Kev are cool. Me and Danza are cool.
What are you doing? You comparing that to rappers?
What I'm saying is that although we're all competing in the same space, we're all friends with each other. We all do each other's podcasts. But don't compare that
to rappers, bro. Because rappers are, it's totally different, right? Artists are, because we train to believe that everything is about us. We so, you know, it's pride, it's ego, you know, it's competition. It's different. You know, the media space is a different thing. And New York, we was always led to believe that it can only be one nigga that's really the nigga. You understand? And I feel like us four coming together, that's me, Capo, Jim, and Dave East coming together, is kind of showing people that you could put pride and ego to the side and still support a nigga that you fuck with and still have your own individuality. You understand what I'm saying? Like, but it got to be done on a bigger scale. I'm just saying, I can't wait till that happens. But in order for that to happen, sometimes it got to be some friction. You know, in order to get to a good, a great peace, you got to go through a little bit of war, right? So sometimes you got to destroy to build again, right? So I'm just saying, I can't wait until all of us New York niggas, us prominent New York City artists, the artists that been here, is able to exist and live and sit in one room, you know, a fucking picture with everybody, business for everybody. You understand? I can't wait to that. Look, that's my dream one day.
Well, do you know how I accomplished that space in my, in the media space, since I was older than everybody, every single person who I saw coming up, who I thought had a lot of potential, I reached out to. I was the first person to reach out to Charlemagne when he was in South Carolina. This was like during my mixtape era. Now look where he is. When academics came up, I reached out to him. Sean Cotton, Adam 22, all these dudes, they came up. I never hated on them. Like a Peter Rosenberg did with everybody. I never hated on them. I always reached out. I had them on my show. I offered to do their shows. They had my phone numbers. They would call me for business advice. And now look, I've made millions talking with these dudes. Millions of dollars. I swear to God, I've made millions from conversations.
I think that's dope. Rappers, we more ego driven, I think. And our crews and our, the way we perceive life. I just think it's slightly different. But if we learn how to step away from our egos, and really get into, our step into our greatness, I think we could accomplish the same thing at some point.
Well, I mean, at a certain level, look at how many of these albums have just a ton of features on them. Look at, for example, something like a Rich the Kid or a French Montana. You look at their albums, they're damn near compilations.
Right.
Like almost every song has a feature on it from a big artist. So you guys have already been doing that.
Right.
You guys have already been working together and so forth.
Yeah, but I feel like lately it's a lot more staticky lately.
You think?
Yeah. So it's been static. It's been online with us, and it's been very staticky. You know what I mean? And I get it. I can get with that too. But I'm just saying, like, ultimately, what my dream is. I've never told nobody this but you. So that's how I feel. I don't want to keep pumping beef. I don't want to keep pumping no issue, because at the end of the day, none of these issues is really real. I'm not really riding around looking for nobody. And I know ain't nobody riding around looking for me.